So, John, what do you think having power in today's world means to you?
In the world, there are two different sorts of power: hard power and soft power. Hard power is where you're in charge of a company or a group of people, like, for example, like you are the leader of a country or a leader of a company. As with soft power, it's all done through influence. So if you think about Greta Thunberg, she's all done through soft power because she started from scratch, and look at what she's done now.
I think, yeah, it's interesting, especially with Greta being a young person, kind of shows like it doesn't matter how young you are, there's some power that we all hold.
Yeah, that's very true because with soft power, with influence, like social media is a very good way to show your influence.
Yeah, and again, also with social media and how popular it's become, everyone is using it. So it's also a really good avenue for people to use. Again, also to try and influence and use their power. And are there any other examples you think, like off the top of your head, of people using power, their own
So
power?
some examples of hard power include Elon Musk because of course we all know that he owns Tesla and SpaceX because he's in charge of a company.
That's true. Yeah, you've got these people who are like in these like um very influential positions in huge companies that wield some sort of fun, and that does affect like how the rest of like society sort of runs as well. Um, yeah, yeah, it's interesting, and like how do you see that as well in people that like have soft power as well? You know how you're saying like Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, because it takes a while, it takes a lot to get that sort of power. Because if you start from little power, it gradually builds up over time until you got loads of power.
And if we're like maybe looking at it from like a smaller perspective, well, not a smaller perspective, but a sort of how would I say it? Like from a bottom up, from like the individual to like a community. I feel like there's also that sense of power that you can hold within, as a young person, as an individual. Um, so for you, as a young person, how do you think that you have power in school, at home, in just in general your community?
So the way I can get some power is because I am part of the school's eco team, and then we are a group of people who are highly followed by members of staff within the school, and then the eco teacher in my school makes assemblies about what we could do to become more greener.
Interesting. And have you seen that have a influence over, how your school runs?
Yeah, because we grow like our own vegetables and fruits. Because we've got like a whole orchard of apples and we've got an eco garden. We're currently building a nature trail within the school as well.
I like that. I like the neutral idea, and just I feel like it's such a nice incentive as well to get people outside. Um, and I feel like most people, enjoy being in nature, and it's proven to have like a good effect on your mental health as well. Have you seen other students like commenting and having a positive effect from like what you do within your eco club and sort of inspire them as well?
There's always some new people joining the eco club, so they've obviously found out what we're doing, and that has intrigued them to join in with it.
And how did you recognize that joining the eco club for you was something where you could make a difference?
Yeah, to start with, it was about me doing some clubs with my friends, and then as I attended more and more, I enjoyed it an awful lot. And then and then with that, you could get into all sorts of different careers that will be really beneficial in the future, like to minimise the impacts of climate change, for example.
And yeah, that sounds interesting. So like sort of exploring the idea of like green careers and green jobs for your future. Um, and do you see that as a way to sort of challenge the order that's currently in the world to help change the world for the better?
Yeah, because at the moment, with all the CO2 emissions that are going into the air, we need to like cut down on the amount of fossil fuels.
That's true. I think, and I feel like there's also a lot more awareness around green jobs. I think you're really lucky that you started to explore that quite young. But yeah, green jobs is definitely a way to, start tackling the issue of like CO2 emissions, greenhouse gas emissions. And do you think there's other ways as well that power can be used to challenge the order of the world?
Yeah, because if you educate more and more people about it, that they will know about it, and then they can make an impact in the future.